Boja's 2009 C6 ZR1 shipped to us all the way from New Hampshire. Bob, real good customer. Love to deal with him, man. Just got off the phone with him actually right before this test drive, and he told me don't be nice on her. He said use it as you normally would, because he plans on doing the same when he gets his thing back to New Hampshire. So I'm trying to beat the rain. We got rain coming in the next hour or so, so I'm gonna try to get one little 60 to 130 out of it if we can, but mainly I just want to test drivability, check exhaust rattles and everything like that on this car, and then of course air, fuel, and timing, and make sure the motor's nice and safe. But he sent us this car with the goals of a nice 750 rear wheel horsepower on 93 octane that he can hop in and drive and enjoy, and anything over that would be a bonus. So we did ported blower, our full heads and cam package, and we kept it on 93 octane, but with the boost level we're at, I do have fuel additive in it, which Bob knows, and he will be adding it to every tank he, every time he knows he's gonna go out and race it, he's gonna add a quart of it. Oh, rain, don't start on me. Looks like we got little drizzles. I'm gonna try to hurry up, but thing made, I think we stopped at around 815 rear wheel horsepower. Again, I'm trying to keep it super conservative. I want these cars to be really reliable, and any of you know that watch my channel, these C6 ZR1s, they don't need all the horsepower in the world to run good. The power to weight ratio in these things, the way that the transmissions are geared, they're really long and tall gears, they run very well. So I'm gonna have to leave traction control on, even though we just installed some brand new Toyos on it. I'd like to do a second and third gear pull. I think third would probably be faster, but I'm gonna do second. It's gonna spin, traction control is gonna kick in, and then we'll grab third to try to get it a little 130, 60 to 130 time out of it. And the weather wasn't bad. I could try to do a couple of them to get us a good time, to see how much quicker it is, whether we take off in second gear or just run the whole thing in third gear, in one gear. But it's all about the shifting. These automatic cars, when you go out and run them, they're just easy. They work the way we tune them. They're just, an automatic car is hard to beat. But the fun and the experience you get when driving a manual car, it's hard to beat. Even if it is a little bit slower on a 60 to 130, just because of the time it takes you to shift it, if you're not no lift shifting it, which I normally do, but on customer cars I don't. In my opinion, I'd rather have a little bit slower 60 to 130 if I get to bang some gears over an automatic, especially in these types of cars. I need some more space. Do this again. I really thought I was going to beat the weather, but it's just barely starting to sprinkle on me just a little bit. And yeah, to be honest, the car came to us, like the headers and stuff on it are used, but everything else we pretty much redid. And I don't remember how much horsepower the car came to us with. I just know his goals and what it was that he wanted. And like I said, I think we met that in what you're about to see. I think we kind of surpassed it, because these cars, they run so well. If anyone decides to pull up next to him at like 50 punch, what we're about to do, they gotta have a pretty good running car to outrun them. And again, car on pump gas, which is super impressive. Let's see what we can do here. I saw the weather coming, and man, that was traction control on. You saw how good the thing in second gear was trying to get away from us, but traction control saved us. Ooh, she still went, I think, like a 6.0. almost a 5-second 60 to 130 on a pass like that for the very first time, I'll take it. That was the first time I actually rolled into this car and grabbed another gear. So I'm gonna pull over and look at this, and then weather permitting, which hopefully we'll be able to get one more out of it. If not, today's Friday. If transport doesn't come to pick it up, maybe we'll get one more out of it next week. But let me pull over here and look at the logs, and we'll go from there. See if the weather starts raining on us before I get a chance to try to do one more. God, the car is so much fun to drive. Like I said, these cars at this horsepower level just run so well. And if it wasn't spinning, if I could grab the gear a little bit better, this is a solid 5-second 60 to 130 car. As y'all know, the last big C6 ZR1 we built was street speeds. The yellow one we did, making, I think it was over, we'll just say it was over 4 digits, and it was a solid 4-second 60 to 130. So just to give you an idea of how quick these cars run. Again, you got to drive them right. But his car, I think I just did like a 3rd gear pull only because I don't want to worry about traction, and it still went in the 4s. So this thing going from 2nd to 3rd is more of a challenge. So we might do one more, just 3rd only, see what it does.
Hey guys, so we're here today with Mr. Bob's 2009 ZR1. He came in to get our ZR1 stealth package that we offer. But before we go ahead and get into it, he also heard some noises that were happening. So he wanted us to diagnose and see what the problems were before we put some power to the motor. We went ahead and we found this tensioner for the serpentine system to be a 2-piece design now, where that's not supposed to happen. The bearing has failed and spun on the pulley, causing a whole bunch of noise and clattering, as you can hear. You'll have to edit this part out, but as you can hear, and then we decided that this was one of the noises, but we want to make sure everything else is okay inside the motor. So once we get this out, we're going to go and take it apart, make sure the rod bearings, main bearings, all the other wear items that are known for these motors from sitting for so long, we're going to go ahead and replace and freshen up the motor. That way we do this job once and do it right. I'm down to the point where I tore this motor down to its bare bones, took the timing cover and rear cover off of it, checked everything else, and I think I have a final answer for what happened to Mr. Bob's ZR1 here. So if we take a look at the cam, we notice this cam lobe here shows some pitting marks. Those pitting marks there cause roughness in your lifters. Now when these guys get those pits in them, they start making noise because this is now riding on a rough surface, getting beat on all the time by the camshaft, going up and down and up and down and up and down. And that'll cause poor performance in push rod and valve opening while we're, running the engine, because that is now bouncing up and down, causing irregularities in that movement. So thankfully this is covered under our cam package that we're going to do on this vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and take this bad cam and lifters out, put our cam and fresh lifters in here, and put a whole fresh set of seals on it. Make sure this motor's freshened up, looks very good, so he's been taking care of it, and we're going to give it back to him A1.
You know what you get, right? I don't know what they call this valve. I don't know either, but I can figure it out pretty quick. Sweet. And go.
of LS9 blowers here. This is a stock unit we have from another build, and this is a Con-ported blower that we have over here that we got sent out and got back. I just want to show you a little bit of the differences that go into when we do our Con-porting and the benefits associated with it. This probably has 20,000 miles on it, and you can see if I hold the roots, the front pulley moves. So this is already showing signs of the isolator failure inside. And that's one of the things we go ahead and rebuild these blowers when we go and send them out and get them ported. They go ahead and put solid isolator bushings in them. We upgrade to a grip tech pulley to eliminate any belt slip that may be occurring with a smaller pulley. They go ahead and cut it out and CNC the insides, and they make the snout a lot larger too, so we can go ahead and run our Nick Williams 103 throttle body on it as compared to the smaller stock throttle body. And now, since this is going to be one of our stealth packages, we're still going to use the stock lid, but we are going to upgrade the injectors while we're in here. We're going to put ID 1000s in it, just to supplement the bigger volume of air getting produced by this blower. But with the stealth package, you keep your stock lid, but we upgrade the bricks internally. So you can see the brick at the top is our upgraded brick design as compared to the stock one. The cores are a lot thicker on the new one as compared to the stock, so you have a lot more flow through the core, allowing you to get more cooling through it. Physical size is a lot bigger too. I'll flip this over and you can see we have the stock brick over here and our upgraded brick over here. The larger surface area allows us to get more coolant through this blower and cool that air down much more faster than a stock one would. So we go ahead and swap them out, put new seals in it, and we put it all together to make our stealth package. I don't know where I'm going to go from here. Yeah, I don't know.
Does it make it go fast?
It makes it go real fast.
Real
'Cause you ain't
fast.
first or last.
What kind of noise is it gonna make? that was totally awesome.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put these bricks in, take the stock ones out, clean it all up, and assemble this blower so we can go ahead, throw it in there once the motor is back in it, and go from there.
Thank you, Ricky.
Radiator hose. Oh, the clamps. They're sitting on the clamp.
looking over the data, I tried to run it all the way through in third gear, to the 130. I didn't even floor it until 62 miles an hour, and I should have been watching the tach more. It looks like I grabbed fourth at 127 miles per hour. So the 60 to 130 time would have been even faster. Dang it, this weather, and it's raining on me now. But yeah, so it mid 5 second is what it just did right there. It's gonna go even quicker. I just don't think I'm gonna have time with the weather permitting. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Didn't even get on it till 62, and I did short shift. I was trying to go 130 in third, and I shifted at 6,700. I should have ran it to 7,000. That would have been good. But everything looks good on the tune. Again, this is pretty conservative. Again, we have to keep it like that with pump gas in it, and with the boost level it's at. That's why we got to keep the fuel additive in it to keep it nice and safe. But full heads and cam, C6 ZR1 on pump gas, making 815. Super fun car to drive. And again, if he ever wants more horsepower, we either run it on, you know, straight 109, turn the boost up, or E85. We put this thing on E85. A little bit more boost. I'm gonna say 950 rear wheel horsepower, maybe 4 digits, but then we have to do more cooling mods, because like the boost level we're at right now, intake air temps are good, but if we turn the boost up more, we need to do, you know, better heat exchanger and maybe an extra tank in it for to keep the intake air temps down. But definitely, Bob, get the car back, enjoy it, get used to it like this, and if you want more, send it back down, and we can add another 100 rear wheel horsepower to it just from changing the fuels and turning the boost up. But for now, I know, I guess in New Hampshire he couldn't get E85, so that's why we built it the way we did. So again, thank you for trusting me with your baby, Bob. Until next time. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give it a like if you liked it so far. And please turn on bell notifications for future content, as we have cool stuff in the pipeline that you're going to want to see. And as always, please comment below.